Ain't done this for a while. Ahoy, motherfuckers. This movie is exactly what Hindsight is made for. Today we are, well, first of all, Brandon's here, Jeff's here, I'm Derek. Today we're talking about a movie that was definitely made for Hindsight. Face Off. The Nick Cage and nigga from Grease movie.
Oh
the
my
fuck
God.
is his name?
John Travolta.
John Travolta. Thank you. John Travolta. The reason why this movie is literally made for Hindsight is because this movie came out in
97. 97, right?
1997. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
In 1997, when I was watching this movie, I was 17 years old. So when I was watching this movie in 1997, let's just say I didn't notice until like I watched it the day before yesterday. Castor Troy's a fucking pedophile.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I was 17 when it came out, but that nigga is gross. And I mean, okay, so let's get this out the way. This is Brandon's first time watching this movie. Brandon's already rolling his eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
This is coming from the nigga who made me watch Baps. Brandon.
This peak 90s.
Very much so.
Until the Matrix came.
So. I don't understand how Brandon didn't like this movie, but we're going to find out. Brandon, what'd you think?
I never said I didn't like the movie. I enjoyed the movie greatly. It was ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
But but I enjoyed the movie. I don't understand the cinematography choices in this film.
Why the fuck did they have doves in that nigga's funeral? Like
that's
hella John Woo.
Yeah, that's a John Woo thing. If you go,
why was it so much slow motion?
That's his thing.
The whole movie was slow motion.
John Woo is the reason why there was bullet time in Max Payne. And you saw that in the movie when they were in that shootout scene where Over the Rainbow was playing, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and everybody was jumping out with two guns. Everybody was diving. Like,
also, I have questions for you and Jeff. Now, I may have missed this. I may have missed this part. So forgive me if I missed this part.
I feel like I know what this question
but
is.
I don't understand. First of all, nobody told me this was a sci-fi show, which it's 100. They had 3D printers creating organic fucking
tissue
body
in
parts.
1997.
But with the except, but even besides that, did they ever explain how they got his body and voice?
What do you mean?
They did.
They showed it.
The voice they definitely did. And the body, they did lipo for him because they were asking him, what do you want us to give you back after this all said and done? And he was like, this scar right here. This, again, ladies and gentlemen, because we talked about this. This scar right here, this a 1/4 inch from my heart. I want this back so I can remember. Okay. Okay. So they talked about it. The surgeon did all the surgery to fix the shit. The question I had, Brandon, was
how long was he in recovery? Also, he told his wife, I gotta go do this thing. She don't understand.
They told him that the recovery now lasts, I think they said maybe like 24 hours. They were like, surgery is that, like, our technology is that good. For your face to fucking graft to your body.
Let's just say you really have to turn off your brain. You really got to turn off your brain watching this.
I couldn't. He broke me. Here's the part that broke me the most. All the black folks died in the movie.
Yes.
Like CCH Pounder and the nigga from and my nigga Bunny got killed. Like with the doctor.
Can anybody explain how they got to them? How all 3 of them be in the same place?
why not kill that nigga Nicolas Cage before you do the fucking surgery? Did you not use anesthesia on the nigga just because he was in a coma? Like, what exactly was the game plan here?
But they did. They kind of said something about it because when John Travolta came in, he said, "You keeping him alive?" Like he was like wondering, like, why are y'all trying to still keep him alive? He should be y'all like.
Well,
And
that's the
nobody
law.
said anything. They were like, he's a fucking zombie and put out a fucking cigarette on the nigga. Like, what do you think's gonna? My nigga, the bride, my nigga, whatever her name is from Kill Bill. She came back because a mosquito landed on her hand. What the fuck do you think surgery without anesthesia is gonna do to a nigga? You had this nigga in this motherfucker was in a coma for like 4 days, and y'all niggas was like, cut his face off, let's go. Oh my God. So this movie, Brandon, do you have any more questions before we go?
I have a lot of questions, but I'll let you go because I don't want to derail the show. I don't want to derail the show.
Go for it. I have nothing but time, my guy, and this is what I'm here for.
I want to hear these questions.
Yeah. So also, the other thing I didn't understand is this whole movie could have been avoided if Sean, that's his name, right? Sean Tucker.
Sean, yeah.
If Sean, when he was in Nick Cage's body, if he would have just said, "Hey dog, got a message," when he called his wife, okay, in the car, and he's like, "That's not your husband." All he had to say was, "Look at your husband's chest, see if you see the gunshot wound." End of the movie. I thought that's what they were going to do because they made a point in the beginning of the movie for him to ask about his bullet wound. So I was like, oh, this is going to be the thing where they figure out why that's not him. And that never came back up in the rest of the movie.
You know, she's a fucking doctor. Let's make it more complicated. His blood type is this. Jab that nigga with a needle.
I got to tell you, I don't know my wife's blood type. So that wouldn't have saved me. I probably should ask her.
Sir, I think you might want to ask her.
I don't know. It's written down somewhere, but I don't know it offhand.
You should absolutely know
my own blood type now that we mention it.
Oh, God. Y'all tighten up, y'all too.
I don't think I know my own blood type
you've
either.
Been through some shit where now you needing to know your blood type was like a thing, but I don't know. True. I think I'm AB positive, but it doesn't fucking matter right now. I'll find out later. My wife will tell me later on.
So I didn't understand. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand what Nick Cage's character's motive was this entire episode, this entire show.
Chaos.
That's it.
Chaos. I mean, the nigga was literally the motherfucker who was cussing out the nigga. People would cuss at him, and his response would be, "You watch your fucking mouth."
It was basically 97 on film. Let's just do Batman versus Joker. That's all it was.
Let's go. Basically.
That's all.
But I love this movie. I can't not love this movie.
Loved it.
Like when this movie first came out, I was all in. From the very moment that nigga stepped out of the car with the duster jacket just flying up in the wind, I was like, I need one of them coats. Then the 2 golden guns, I was like, I need them guns. And then this nigga pulls up on a fucking FBI agent playing a stewardess in the airplane, and it's like, if I were to send you roses, wait, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful? Was that woman married? Like, she was just like, I'm here for this.
No, she was undercover.
No, but she seemed like she was a little all in because she started sucking his tongue.
She was very much interested in sucking his tongue. I don't care if you're undercover. You could have giggled that shit off. Like, maybe later. She was like, I'm going to sit on your lap.
Yeah, come here.
I'm going to suck your tongue. And then I'm going to get shot and thrown out of an airplane.
And that motherfucker do the shrug.
Michael Jordan shrug on her ass.
Oh, shit.
So this nigga, you know what? Out of everything that happened in this movie, everything that happened, there's two things that annoyed me more than anything else.
Talk about it.
The number one thing that annoyed me more than anything else was the fact that when Castor Troy became Sean and moved into the house and all that and started perving on his fucking daughter almost immediately, the mom, who's a doctor, never noticed the smell of cigarette smoke in the house.
That's a smell that it's gonna linger.
Especially if it's brand new in the house. Like, I guess the daughter, after the son Michael died. Here's a question. Start at the beginning of this movie. This nigga Sean is on a merry-go-round with his son.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Having a great time. Doing the second thing that I hate in this fucking movie. The fingers down the face. The fingers down the face to show love. I hate that shit so much. I don't know why. But the fingers down the face. Don't touch me, Dad. Fingers down the face. While he's on the merry-go-round with his son doing the fingers down the face thing, fucking Castor Troy, who is internationally known and is in the midst of a manhunt for him, pulls up not 100 yards away, not 250 yards away, not even 600 meters away. This nigga pulls up like a tree line away from where this merry-go-round is and pulls out a fucking sniper rifle. Why are you a block, like less than a block away, maybe a quarter of a block away with the fucking sniper rifle?
Hey, when it's beef, it's beef.
This is some spy versus spy shit, my nigga.
And on top of that, speaking of him being a perv, he had that pervy ass mustache too. I'm like, oh my God, you look like a creep.
God. Nah, this nigga was the pedophile that Nas wanted DMX to be in fucking Belly. Like, just, oh my God. Like, you don't let somebody who overacts like Nick Cage be a fucking pedophile because, first of all,
that was my other question to you. Last week you said you wanted to watch a movie about a person overacting, and I couldn't tell which person you were talking about. They both was overacting.
But that is a credit to John Travolta. John Travolta took time out to study Nick Cannon's mannerisms. So then when they changed faces and changed bodies, but kept the same mindset, he was able to act like Nick Cannon. And what that nigga realized, that Nick Cannon didn't know how to not overact. So John Travolta started overacting his ass off to be like Nick Cannon.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. I'm going to keep saying Nick Cannon because it's C's. But Nick Cage. Nick Cannon overacts too. That nigga ain't safe.
See, and I'm different. I think Nicolas Cage, he's all in. He's all in whatever he does.
Yeah. But John Travolta isn't at that acting type. He's not that acting style like Nick Cage generally is. So John Travolta had to do that extra credit overacting shit to portray what he thought Nick Cage was.
Who do you two think that had the hardest job to do?
Oh, it was definitely John Travolta.
Okay.
Because when Pastor Troy turned into Sean Tucker, he kept acting like Pastor Troy.
Sean Archer.
He kept acting like Pastor Troy. Whereas
did you just say Pastor Troy? Man, this shit is off the rails.
Yeah, Pastor Troy.
I thought this was on some rap shit.
It's Castor Troy.
Castor Troy.
Yeah.
Castor and Pollux.
That's what I said, Pastor Troy.
Castor. Like the oil.
Yeah, like the rapper.
I thought you said Pastor.
Yeah,
he
like
said Pastor. He just said like the rapper. Okay, cool.
Gotcha,
this is where we are now.
Which one came first? I feel like that was influence.
You know what? I'm not even sure.
You know what? You know how I know it's not? I know which one came first. Castor and Pollux were Greek mythology.
Was it? Okay.
One was the son of a woman and a mortal man, and the other was the son of Zeus and that same mortal woman. And so they were inseparable until the one who was born to mortals died. And Castor pled with Hades for his brother to be brought back to him. So they split a life or something like that.
That was deep.
But he lived for his brother, which makes sense in the regards of Castor and his brother Pollux. Castor was larger than life in this movie. And the nigga moved like he was immortal. I mean, he came back from being blown into a fucking fence by a jet engine at close range.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to turn off your brain when you watching this shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
And he came back. Everything he did in this movie, to a large extent, was for his brother. Even tying his brother's shoes, it was for his brother.
Was that supposed to be like a humanize him somewhat? Like, oh, you know, he do all this shit out here, but he's gonna take care of his brother.
Man, look, as many rappers as I know whose whole mindset is fuck these hoes, but if you call my mom or my sister a hoe, I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah.
Yeah, it works. It's on point, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, nigga shoots Sean and his son with a sniper rifle. The bullet injures Sean, but killed his son, who was like 5 years old. As a result, Sean and his wife stop seeing eye to eye on anything because the grief drives them apart.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah,
this is what plagues the entire movie. His son gets shot, right? Mm-hmm. But for reasons unknown, editing, they're like 10 yards off the horse that they were just on. He's on the ground. His son's on the ground dead. And then I guess the father is like maybe 5 yards away, something like that. And I'm just like, but they were just on a horse. So how did they get here? It's just like little weird editing things they did. Like in 1 minute, you'll see somebody standing. And then the next day just running all. I was like, wait a minute, they were just standing right there. So how do we... Yeah, some of the editing was kind of awful.
Are we supposed to believe the bullet went through him and then killed his son?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it went through his son and then killed him. So, or no, went through his back and killed his son.
Okay.
And it doesn't help you saying it was an accident. You still killed my son. No accident or not. Like you should have known why you could do this. And I'm with my son, so why are you doing this?
Well, he got a line. He's not a kid killer.
No, he's a pedophile.
Yeah, he has a.
We all clearly know that.
Yeah, he got a line. That's what I said.
He ain't got no line. Nigga ain't got no morals. Niggas in the middle of a choir convention putting together a bomb in the LA Convention Center and walks past the choir, and I'm still just, as an adult, I'm still like, where were the adults for this children's choir? As this dude in a priest uniform walks up behind a woman or a girl in the front row of the fucking choir and starts rubbing up on her while making faces like, oh.
See, I was not paying attention to that scene close enough to realize that was a kid. I thought that was just so. I just thought it was a woman.
He was like a teenager.
Oh.
Probably like 16.
That was like a 16, 17-year-old girl, and he's standing behind her.
I did not even realize that.
Somebody, hey, yo, matter of fact, fuck it. Let's be real. If my 16, 17-year-old daughter is performing at the LA Convention Center for a choir competition, you know who else is going to be there? Me. So as soon as you start rubbing up on my daughter, you better have them 2 guns in your back. But you know what? You didn't, because they gave them to you at the airport. I'm going to try my hardest to fuck you up. The fuck you doing rubbing up on my daughter like that? And licking her fucking ear, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a wild boy.
He licked her ear in public. What about the kid behind her?
Well,
Did no one?
He's a priest. I mean, apparently that happens.
That's even worse. That's what I'm saying. What did we let pass in 1997, people? We need to talk.
A lot. If you did this now, they would tell you got to edit that. You cannot. No, you got to take that out.
This nigga walked up behind her like there. It was platforms, right? It was like the regular choir where it's platform steps and they're up on risers. So they were on risers. Yep. And he wedged himself in between her, like standing right behind her, well, off to the side of her. There's someone right behind her. As this nigga says, in a priest uniform, by the way, frankly, I find Handel to be fucking boring. But you peach. Ah.
Some nasty work going on in this film.
Diabolical, if you asked me, and nobody said shit. So this nigga just walks out, and Pollux has already paid for their charter flight out of Los Angeles. Pollux didn't pay cash. Pollux paid by card. Castor turns to their bodyguard and says, your whole job is to make sure that his famous face stays the fuck out of the news by not doing dumb shit like buying a plane cash, my nigga. Oh, and by the way, you might want to stay out of downtown LA on the 25th. It's going to be a little bit smoggy.
Did we ever find out how he got so much money? Is it just general crime?
Crime.
The nigga is, at some point, these niggas have probably sold weapons to other countries.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And general crime. This nigga is the closest thing we've gotten in a movie that's not Batman. Like Jeff said, this nigga's a Joker. He just flits around and just, why the fuck not? Apparently, we find out after Sean becomes Castor and goes into the brother's house, whatever the bald-headed nigga's name is. There's like 6 women in that house like, hey, remember me? I'm your peach. Remember me? You said I'm the best you ever had. And they're all just sitting side by side, just like it ain't nothing.
Oh, that motherfucker got some type of sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, it's called being a pedophile.
That and something else. I'm like, because I'm almost sure that's a house that some things were going on constantly. Let's just say that much.
There we go. Good lighting. So this nigga Sean gets the alert. Nobody likes Sean, by the way. Let's be honest about this. After his son died, he turned into a fucking asshole. Pretty sure he was a fucking asshole before his son died. But he's insufferable after his son dies. The only black guy in the movie, named Tito.
He might have been named after Tito Jackson.
Was his name actually Tito?
His name was Tito.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I just don't meet too many Titos. That's black.
I've never met a Tito in real life. I mean, I know Tito Puentes, I know Tito Jackson, but I've never met a Tito in actual walking around, oh my God, real life.
Who is Tito Puentes?
Musician.
Oh.
But he's like, Tito's like, hey, we got a ping that Castor bought or rented a charter plane straight cash. They're like, we're on it. Sean gets up and runs out of his fucking office at the FBI building.
Okay. Did it feel like they got there too fast?
That's what I was about to say. They took time out to dispatch a FBI agent to be the flight attendant on this flight. They didn't know about the flight until Tito told them about it. Somehow they get the FBI agent to be the flight steward on the flight. That's one thing. Secondly, LA traffic, ladies and gentlemen, especially in the 90s. In 97, LA traffic was awful. I don't know where the FBI building is located at in Los Angeles, but I know it's not near LAX. They should have been wheels up and gone before them folks even got down the street.
Well, it depends what time
And
it
you're
was.
coming not with one, not two, but like 17 Hummers or a Hummer and 17 police cars going down the street. Nah, you ain't making it. So this nigga gets into the plane, lights up a J, has this FBI agent sit on his lap, spits some weak ass game. And she's like, if this flight had been a little bit longer, I probably would have fucked you.
Yeah, let's just say he would. Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here thinking that would have never happened because you're too old for him, miss.
Then there's that.
Mm-hmm. So the flight gets curtailed because Sean drives a fucking Hummer directly at the plane like they're playing chicken. If we're playing chicken with the airplane, I know the airplane needs a build up speed, to get to a takeoff speed or whatever it may be, but I think the airplane will win that game of chicken. I think it would have rolled right the fuck over you.
Yes, sir. No problems. None.
I wasn't quite sure about that at first, but now I'm pretty certain. So they hop out the airplane, Castor and Pollux. After Castor shoots the fucking pilot, I was like, maybe he knows how to fly, but he doesn't. He just crashed it directly into a fucking hangar. They get out. A shootout occurs. Sean catches up to Castor. They pull guns on each other. Castor's like, hey, man, how's your daughter? Is she a peach yet? Is she ripe? My God, how'd I let these things get past me when I was younger? So they pull guns on each other. He's like, I'm ready for the big ride because he's all out of bullets. Sean hits the button. It turns on a engine turbine, blows Castor into a fucking cast iron fence, knocks him the fuck out. He looks like he's dead. Everybody's celebrating for this nigga Sean because Sean finally caught the nigga who shot his son.
Finally captured the Joker.
Finally caught the Joker and killed him. What they're thinking, nigga dead.
Did you check for a body?
They're double, and that's double tap, my people. Like, even if you knock this nigga into a fucking fence line, before anyone else pulls up into the area where y'all are, he killed your son. Shoot him in the fucking forehead. Double tap, my nigga. Like, it's not that difficult.
He's got morals, all right?
Nah, you could have beat that. You really could have beat that because you'd be like, I went a little crazy. I'd be all right.
I admit I went a little bit crazy after I realized, what I was doing, and I shot him in the face.
Oh my God, he's a white cop. He would have been fine
in L.A.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
So they're all celebrating for this nigga because he finally stopped Castor Troy. The director of the FBI sends this nigga some champagne. Everybody's happy for him. He's like, yeah, you know what? I want to dedicate this bottle of champagne to, and names all the niggas who died getting Castor.
I mean, it was his rap outro for the album.
Right? Like, fuck you, Sean. Like, fuck you so much. Nobody in there likes him. So he goes back in. Tito runs in and is like, yo, there's a problem. CCH Pounder comes in. There's apparently a bomb somewhere in Los Angeles that if the wind carries it well enough, it's going to take out a square mile around Los Angeles.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all that. Isn't that the most Joker shit you ever heard of? I called him Bud. Okay.
So we got to interrogate Pollux. Pollux ain't saying shit. He's like, I want to see my brother. Everybody knows that Castor ain't dead. Everybody.
Nobody believes it. If you said he's, nah, I don't believe it.
I want to see my brother. Fuck you, bro. So What happens next is that this nigga realizes, or CCH Pounder tells him, look,
Right.
Go with us to this facility where they're 3D printing an earlobe for the nigga who got his ear shot clean the fuck off. While you're there, we're going to tell you about this freaky little thing you can do that's going to help you find out exactly where the fuck this bomb is located at. What we're going to do is we're going to take Castor's face off and we're going to graft it onto you. We're going to take your face off and put it in cold storage. We're also going to give you a liposuction. And then we're going to give you a little, we're going to put a voice box in you where your heart used to be. So then when you talk, you sound like Castor. Long story short.
Why would he agree to this?
He didn't jump at it. It took a couple of minutes before he decided, all right, let's do it.
That nigga went straight Cliff Huxtable on him at first. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, Theo. But then he realized there's a bomb that needs to be put out. So he goes home, lies to his wife, who doesn't give a fuck. They don't have a relationship.
Oh, it's at that point where her bags possibly are packed somewhere to just leave.
Mm-hmm. This relationship.
He didn't lie to her.
He didn't at all. He was just always at work. After his son died, he dove into work and never came back up for air. And this is the relationship that I would have saw as the reason why Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger were falling apart in True Lies. That kind of relationship. But he's like, yo, I got Castor Troy. I'm going to be a family man now. I don't need to be out there in the streets no more. Women.
Basically, I'm going to make up for me being an asshole for all these months or years or whatever.
Basically, to quote my nigga MC Gusto, get a grip on the headboard and hold on to it or get sent right through it. Because we about to make up for some shit. So,
but the crazy thing about this film, if you watch it, the reality is his wife is the only one who's really been grieving alone. The daughter been doing her own thing, grieving in her own way, and the father has been grieving in his own way. So it's called the division in the family where everybody just doing whatever.
And she even says to him, like, yo, are you ever going to go back to therapy? Which is very forward for 1997, even for white people. It's therapy, yo. Like, yo, we were supposed to do therapy about our son. And he's like, yeah, but I caught him. You're not hearing me. I caught him. It's over. I'm going to come home and be a family man. Are you going to go to therapy?
I don't know about that.
Look, he was trying to celebrate, and she trying to rain on his parade. This should have been a celebration for the family. We caught the man who killed our son. That's a celebration.
Yeah, literally like 3 days later, he's like, yo, I got to go again. I got a whole nother case.
Yeah, I can't support that behavior.
That you know what?
Not for this.
He is the reason.
Just tell somebody else to do it.
There you go. Why me specifically? I guess because he knew him the best.
I don't care how good you know him, nigga. This is a whole face-off operation that you're doing at this juncture. It doesn't matter who does it. But it turns out that it's good that he does know things because Pollux is asking him questions later on.
He asked him one question. He could have wrote down all the stuff he knows and had somebody study.
He could have had him rehearse that shit. Clip notes. Yeah, man. I need this book. Everything you need to know. I'm going home.
My wife is there, and I'm going to be there too. So, instead, this nigga goes to the hospital, and this is when you know that Tito and CCH Pounder are going to die. I knew they were going to die in 1997. It was even more pronounced watching it this last time when they said no one else will know the secret that you're actually Sean Archer.
You guys know reality. This is not a fucking happy ending, right? Even if you succeed, you're not getting your face back. You're going to be stuck with that.
And I don't understand. First of all, I'm never going to jail voluntarily. But secondly, I don't understand the idea of we're not going to tell the fucking warden of the jail you're going to that you're actually Sean Archer.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad.
I didn't understand that shit when it used to happen on 60 Days In, that TV show. I didn't understand it barely when that nigga went to jail on fucking Demolition Man. I definitely don't understand it for this one because the fucking warden of the prison has been looking forward to beating Castor Troy's ass.
That part.
Had to be convincing.
Oh, you ain't gonna be convincing on my behalf. You better send a flag, a
Look,
kite, something.
he already agreed to get plastic surgery. You parsing needles right now. Talking about this.
Before I go under for this surgery, by the time I wake up, the director of the FBI, the warden of that jail, the person who's flying me over, they better all know that I'm really Sean Archer. Because you know what happened literally 10 minutes after that nigga touched down in prison? Faceless fucking Nick Cage woke up and touched the fucking blood from his faceless face, and then didn't walk into another facility, looked out the window of his fucking room and saw Sean Archer's fucking face on cold storage right next to his bed like it's a fucking newborn. What kind of a facility is this, really?
Yeah, kind of a loose facility. Real loose.
We're just leaving this out here in a fucking...
But remember, it's only like, 3 people that really work there? So, yeah, they're a little loose.
We're just leaving this out here in a fucking Pyrex container.
Yeah.
What lights? We're making sure that there's lights underneath it, so no matter where you are, you can see that this is Sean Archer's face.
Who's going to mess with it? Hey, all right.
So this nigga sees this, touched his face, sees blood, calls up his niggas, knows exactly who to bring in. I'm not just talking about Dr. Walsh, the leader of the Walsh Institute. I'm talking about he brought in Tito and CCH Pounder too.
Where did he find these people? This is what I wanted to know. Where did he find them? He was at the hospital.
That's the question. So
I think they want us to believe that because he's an FBI agent, he rolled up there and they let him in. Okay, I believe that. I can believe that can happen. But then he got them all tied up by himself. How the fuck he get his crew inside to help him?
So here's my question. Going off what we know from watching Oz, again, ladies and gentlemen, go listen to Return to Oswald. It's a fantastic podcast. Every fucking inmate that they had in the infirmary in Oz was fucking handcuffed to the bed because they're a fucking inmate. I don't give a fuck if you're in a coma. You're a fucking serial killer and a psychopath. Why the fuck didn't they have him handcuffed to something?
Wasn't he in a coma that he was going to never wake up from?
The nigga was in a coma for 4 days. Let's stop talking like that.
But they made it like, oh, he's a vegetable. That's the way
they said he's a vegetable and then caused trauma immediately by burning the nigga with a cigarette. They put out a cigarette on his fucking body.
Yeah.
Like, he's a vegetable. I'm going to prove it. And again, pretty sure there was no anesthesia for that surgery. Which goes against a lot of different things, a lot of different standards for medicine. But you're right, Brandon. I was wondering the same exact thing. How the fuck did he find them? When I got a procedure done that wasn't nearly as big as getting my face fucking cut off, it was a fucking colonoscopy. once you're in your 40s, you know that shit happens.
Yep.
I was drugged the fuck up. I didn't remember how the fuck I got home. I didn't remember nothing.
Oh man, it's just like, what the fuck? Y'all done? Oh,
Yep.
okay, I guess.
Okay,
I guess.
all right. And then I didn't remember the food I ate. I didn't remember shit. If 4 days goes, okay, maybe that medication wore off and everything, but after 4 days, you're going to be a little bit loopy. You wake up and you're immediately like, just, I don't have a face. Let me call my niggas. Before cell phones.
I remember the numbers.
Before cell phones, I remember their numbers vividly to call my henchmen.
Yeah. But you remember that was a thing where you had to remember the number?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was no going there just, oh, okay, let me just call whoever. But it was just like, I got to remember these numbers.
I still have 7 numbers that are just memorized in my head from back then. My grandmother's numbers I have memorized because those were the numbers where you had to like use that rotary phone to dial them.
Yeah, I just remember my mom's phone number. I vividly, I could like just call her right now and be like, oh yeah, that's the number. I don't know who will pick up, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was just calling to see who this number belonged to.
See if it still works.
So somehow they get CCH Pounder in there. They get Tito in there.
I got it. They were there working and they were in the break room. Got you.
Tito
Who was
CCH
there working?
Fucking her with the FBI.
It doesn't matter. How did he get help to tie 3 people up in the FBI building?
I mean,
no. This was in the Walsh Institute. He woke up and tied them niggas up in the institute that he was already in. Because remember, when he brought them in, he was watching a video of the fucking surgery. Do we not have any secrets here?
Yeah. And the henchman got the other 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the henchman picked up the other 2.
So what were they doing there with his henchmen? Just free.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga must have woke up, felt his face, saw that there was no face there, touched blood. I just feel like touching your skull would fucking hurt.
Me too.
I feel like I will fall the fuck out if I actually touch my skull with no skin protecting it. This nigga gets up. This a pedophile. This nigga gets up, feels his face, walks to the pharmacy, gets some really groovy drugs, by the way. He says that.
And we only 25 minutes into the movie.
Right? Hops on the phone, calls his niggas, gives them the address of Dr. Walsh. I don't know how he knew that. Then gives them the address of Tito and CCH Pounder, tells them bring all 3 of these motherfuckers in here. Okay, fine. I can see Dr. Walsh because it's his fucking institute. How the fuck did he know to get Tito and CCH Pounder?
Listen, Dr. Walsh came in there just like a white man. What do you want? Man, I wouldn't be asking them type of question with that basing your
man, voice. If I'm talking to a faceless nigga who's watching me on TV, I'm not asking no questions.
What do you want?
But we're dodging my question. How did he know to go get them 2 niggas? He was in a coma the entire time.
It's baffling. I don't even have an answer for you because how do you have that information?
Great word for it.
Like if you had this information, why didn't you jump prior? Knock out all these people.
And if they went home, if Tito and CCH Pounder went home as we think they did before John Travolta, before Sean got his surgery done, he gave Tito his fucking wedding ring and said, guard this for me. Are you telling me that Tito went home, laid down in bed with his clothes on, got dragged back up there to the facility? Nobody got shot by a fucking FBI agent, but he gets dragged back up there to the facility and still has this dude's ring in his pocket. And Castor knows enough about this ring to put it on his ring finger, and now he's definitely Sean Archer. I don't pay attention to people's hands enough to know what your wedding ring looks like, sir.
You know what? Now that you say that, now I'm thinking, bro, why is this ring still on you? Like, why didn't you put this like in a safe or something?
Put it in the fucking dresser drawer.
You just
no,
your ashtray of your
he's
car.
trying to remind himself what he's doing this for.
No, he gave it to
No.
Tito. Tito could have put it in his. You know what, Brandon? If before you go off on a very important mission in 1997, you were to give me your wedding ring, to make sure that me, being a goofball motherfucker, doesn't lose your wedding ring, it's going in one of three places. One, the door of my car in that little pocket area. Two, the ashtray of my car back in 1997 because I didn't smoke. Three, the glove compartment of my car. It's not going to stay in my pocket.
We don't know how many days this is. The time frame in this movie is very flippant. It could have been a couple hours.
And that's the thing. So you're telling me this nigga's in a coma. The way that the coma seems, now that you mention that, Brandon, it seems like all this shit kind of happens 2 days back to back. Where Caster goes.
Well, no, it was more than 2 days from when they caught him till he got the surgery. But after he came out of the coma, I don't know the time frame from that.
So here's my next question. The nigga was in a coma, right? Again, got blasted by a jet turbine engine. Was knocked the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
Where were they storing him at before they took him over to the Walsh Institute? Was he in jail in the hospital?
Local hospital.
Or did they just take him straight to the Walsh Institute?
I'm going to say they took him straight there.
Why?
That's just me assuming or trying to
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out, period. Because I'm like, okay, if they had him at the jail, there would have been some fucking guards at the Walsh Institute with him because he's been not enrolled, but he's been basically signed in. Can't really think of the words, never been to jail. But there would have been a cop with him while he's here at the Walsh Institute. He would have been handcuffed to the fucking bed.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Where were the cops? Like, I don't know how they just yada past all of that.
None of it makes sense. This is what hindsight is made for. So, anyhow, this nigga wakes up, brings them in, has the doctor do surgery under duress. Not just has him put Sean Archer's face onto his face, has him add weight to his body, has him fix his voice, has him add the chest hair that's the color of Sean Archer's chest hair. Like, these are all questions that I have.
I'd have been better off if they had. It would have been better off if they had magic.
Hey, wait a minute. No, never mind. Okay, no, never mind.
When the faceless men on Game of Thrones changed everything, it's magic. So I'm like, oh, all right, it's magic. That's fine.
It ain't that kind of.
They ain't had no magic here.
So, this doctor, in order to do this surgery, had to have put Caster under with anesthesia in order to do the surgery. Finally. Then they sit around and wait for him to wake up from the anesthesia. And then Caster pours gasoline over all three of them, burns them up, burns up the fucking Walsh Institute, and dips. So you know what that means? That means the nigga that got his ear blown off is now dead. He died to a fire, unless that was outpatient surgery.
Well, not only that, but after the surgery, I'm sure you're not going to kill them immediately, right? You're gonna. Let me make sure everything is okay before I burn y'all up. So that's like a couple of 3 to 4, maybe at least 6 hours. Y'all sitting there like, what are you talking about? What are you saying?
I'm not the smartest person in the world, but if I'm a surgeon under duress of death, if I don't do this correctly, I would have done something incorrectly.
Exactly. Bingo. Something.
I'm a surgeon. Like, this would have been the sequel to Crank, my nigga. Like, if you don't keep your heart rate up, you gonna die. If you don't do this, you gonna die. When
I didn't even consider that. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. He was
I mean,
gonna die anyway. You might as well.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna put poison into. I'm gonna put a fucking air bubble into your IV. This
Look.
is '97. Everybody threatened to. I'm gonna put an air bubble into your arm, and you're gonna have a coronary embolism, whatever the fuck.
Was do the same shit they did in Dark Man. 1 hour. You got 1 hour with this face, and that shit gonna start bubbling. That's what I would have did.
I'm sorry, Dark Man's a fucking classic. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it is.
But he doesn't do any of that. He does an actual A1 job like this nigga's about to get reviewed on Yelp.
The man said, look, when he do his work, he gonna make sure it's perfection, even in death.
Man, you did a great job, Doc. As a matter of fact, I would say you were in fuego.
Come on now. Come on now.
And so CCH Pounder, who again is like, I was at home with my husband. How the fuck did you find me? Tito and the Doc get burnt up. Did he reach into Tito's pocket before he killed him and take his ring out? Because wouldn't the ring have melted under heat?
And if he would have grabbed it, if you're a real homie, you make up a lie. Man, I don't know what this is. I found this. Let's put it in my pocket.
Man, that's evidence from something, man. I just think it just put it in a locker.
Oh no, that's big homie. This is ring. This is wedding ring. Here you go. Since you're gonna burn me, here you're gonna need this.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Jeff? Since you mentioned it, since you just said that, here's a real question: who snitched on who first? Like they found one of them. I think they found Walsh first, and then Walsh snitched, and then they went and got Tito, and then Tito snitched on CCH Pounder.
That's possible. That's actually possible. They just all start snitching. Well, I didn't act alone.
But there's only 2 people in the invalid here. Y'all could have overtaken them. Them niggas didn't even have names.
Yeah, because those goons didn't look too dangerous. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
They looked real fucking skinny. That's all I'm gonna say. So those 3 are dead. Sean is now in Erewhon, which is actually nowhere, spelled backwards. Getting fitted for his magnetic boots.
Them shits look heavy as fuck.
Heavy as a motherfucker. They look like that was at least 25 pounds each, my nigga. Like that looked horrible. As soon as he steps onto the tier, into the day room, he gets beat up by a dude that apparently, when the dude got sent to Erewhon, Castor Troy celebrated by having sex with his wife and his sister.
What did he say? A sex sandwich? Is that what he said?
A sex sandwich with his wife and his sister. You know what I'm not gonna do, Castor? You got this kind of charm about you, and I'm kind of interested in you, whatever. And Dubob looks like a big, nasty, he don't look like you do, Castor, but you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna fuck you with his sister.
Choices were made.
Because his sister probably looks just like him. So anyway, he gets beat up, but then he looks over and sees the Pollux is looking at him getting beat up, and so he has to do the Nick Cage smile and tell the dude to watch his fucking mouth, and then starts beating the shit out of him with a fucking tray while screaming out, "I'm Castor fucking Troy. Yeah, I'm Castor fucking Troy." And then he starts almost crying. You're not Castor fucking Troy. As soon as I would have saw that, you know what's not gonna happen? My brother doesn't cry over shit.
He's been through a lot. Okay.
Pollux was like, I don't know about this. This look a little shaky.
Nah, Brandon, look at me when I say this to you. Brandon, look. Sure, he's been through a lot. Great, whatever. You know the one thing they said about Castor, who really didn't have a big character role in this movie. They didn't really flesh him out well. But you know what the one thing they said about that nigga was? He's paranoid.
We shouldn't have watched this so close to Demolition Man. This was just Demolition Man if they switched places.
That's the one thing they said about that nigga. He's paranoid. So if I watch my brother almost cry while beating the shit out of somebody, I'm be like, mm-mm-mm. That nigga even had to tell him, man, my brain is so fried. My brain is so fried, bro. You know I hate being called bro. God, Pollock, stop being so fucking paranoid. It's me. I don't know who fed you your medication. Well, if you fed me your medication, what was it? Something that starts with a P, man. Damn. God.
Yeah, he was like, I guess you're my brother.
I guess no one else could have known about that medication shit.
How did he know about that?
They both know each other. They, you know what I mean? They have insight on each other.
They knew each other too well. That nigga.
So hold on.
Literally.
Why did they ever explain why he was trying to kill him in the first place?
Why who was trying to kill who?
Why
Sean was trying to kill Castor?
No, why Castor was trying to kill Sean when he accidentally killed his son.
Look. Apparently, that nigga Sean had been on his case for a long time, and so Castor was like, "I'm just gonna take you out, and I just happened to kill your son. My bad, my nigga." But here's my question for you, a counter question. If that nigga's been hunting Castor all this time, wouldn't his wife have left him a long fucking time ago? They started acting like this thing got serious after his son got shot, but your son got shot because it was that serious.
That's what I was very confused about. Did something happen?
And this is me looking at it now. Your wife is going to kind of eventually just cash out. Like, no, because first my son died because of this feud or whatever you got going on with this person. And then you distance yourself from me and your daughter still dealing with the same person that killed our son. And you only getting worse. And then you saying, oh, I got to go away to whatever, to really being, oh yeah, I'm going to swap faces. And you know what I mean?
I would have at least told my fucking wife. I would have told my wife, bro.
She should have shot him. She would have had every right to shoot him.
You know what? I'm sorry. Thinking about this now, if I'm being told I have to switch faces with my worst fucking enemy and go to prison to try and talk to his brother to get some information to save LA, you know who I'm not going to keep that a secret from? My fucking wife. Especially when things are shaky and might have finally been turning good and I got to go. Hey, boo, let me tell you exactly why I'm leaving. So that then just in case of emergency, you don't fucking sleep with them.
And you know what I think? In his mind, he was probably thinking, if I tell her this will be the breaking point. I'm just assuming. I don't know, but I'm thinking that's what his mind
also, he wasn't thinking that the dude was going to wake up out of the coma and take his face. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit and I'm gonna get back to my wife in a couple of weeks and we'll be straight.
You know what? No, that nigga thought it was gonna take like 2 days.
He thought it was gonna be real quick. He didn't think like
he thought it was gonna fly in well. because when this nigga talks to Pollux after he gains his trust or whatever, and they're talking about the bomb, and Pollux tells him where the bomb is located at, Sean immediately calls Pollux a pathetic motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, he started stunting at the 10-yard line.
He started doing the victory lap immediately. He thought he was going home that same fucking day, which means, again, this shit all happened in like 2 to 3 days. The whole thing overall, I would say, took about a week. But that nigga Sean should have never got out of prison in the first place, because you know who I'm not going to help out? I don't give a fuck what you say about apologizing and all that kind of shit. If I'm Dubob, I'm trying to whoop your ass every time I see you. It's on site. And I'm not going to have a change of heart in the middle of electroshock therapy where I'm literally puking all over the floor because you say, I didn't sleep with your sister.
My man said he didn't sleep with her. As we heard a wise man say, you do what you have to do to play.
That's right.
So, this nigga, Sean Archer escapes from Erewhon, opens the door to Erewhon to find out Erewhon is a fucking oil refinery.
He's freaking out.
He's in the middle of the fucking ocean. How deep are those motherfuckers? He opens the door and it's just like it's a fucking buoy. What the fuck? You're telling me that all that prison, all that shit he just ran through, all that bullshit is underwater?
It's the raft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? So all this shit is underwater? And I wouldn't say right off the coast of Los Angeles. Maybe it seemed like about 45 miles, maybe 30 miles. Did that nigga swim to shore?
You know he did, and we didn't see it, but that's
well, they showed a boat next to him. Right. I'm assuming he commandeered the boat. That's my canon. That's my canon.
We are building story because they're not building it for us. Because that nigga got out wherever he got out. That nigga was bone dry when they saw him next.
Editing.
Whew. That's what I'm saying. In my head canon, he took that boat that was right there.
I'm gonna say he swam.
I'm gonna say he swam, which also leads to the idea that that nigga swam at least 20 miles.
He didn't seem too exhausted when we saw him next, so maybe he did get on the boat. I give you that.
Nigga had a helicopter shooting at him.
Oh yeah.
Helicopter didn't follow him at all. Helicopter was just like the fucking guards on fucking Metal Gear Solid. Just like, oh, we lost him, question mark.
The way he was escaping from that almost felt like the third act of the film. But it's a lot of scenes that feel like the third act of the film. So it is what it is.
So let me rewind a little bit. This nigga, in his pursuit of trying to figure out where this bomb is, first of all, he threatens Gina Gershon. Sasha, that's her name. He threatened Sasha. The way he threatened Sasha is because you are Castor's main girl.
Is she?
That's what he thinks.
Yeah,
but since you are his main damie,
it's some weird shit going on over there.
We gonna take your son away. We gonna make your life a living hell if you don't tell me where this bomb is. And she's like, what the fuck makes you think we're together? Valid. So this nigga swims back to shore, calls home. They tell him wrong number, don't answer here. Oh, wait, sorry. Castor, after killing CCH Pounder and Tito and Dr. Walsh, gets Pollux let out as a fucking character witness. Then tells Pollux, hey, act like you're telling me where the bomb is located at. I'm gonna go disable it, and then we're gonna run this fucking city. I don't know how that works, because from what I've always been told by the fucking niggas from The Wire is you get one case, you solve that case, and then you get another case. The president ain't fucking calling you. You're not getting promoted to the director of the FBI. You're not gonna have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck you want. You have another case, my nigga. You get maybe a week's vacation, and then you're back at it. That's what I've always been told. But Pollux gets released from prison. Sean's like, where the fuck is he going? The evil warden is like, you ain't heard? He's flipping on you. He's going to be a witness. So then he escapes. Calls home.
Flip mode.
Fucking Castor answers. So Sean decides that the best thing for him to do is go to Sasha's brother's house.
His lair.
It's not his lair. It's Sasha's fucking brother's house. How does he know where he's located at?
All right, dude, let's stop this shit. That possibly cannot be her brother, right?
You mean the one she was kissing on the lips? That's her brother.
They're European.
1997.
Yeah, they're European.
She even says that's my brother. He says that's my sister.
I've always wanted that just to be a thing they were just saying. But 97, you know what? Why am I questioning?
Hey, but you know what, Jeff? You know what? Let's smooth this all out like this. Those were weird in the same way that the brother and sister from The Crow were weird. You know, Asian woman and the main boss.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
That were sleeping with a woman together and kissing each other and shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry that I questioned that. I just forgot how 90s
90s weird. Just 90s weird. You know, why the fuck not? So yeah, that's her brother. They kissing. Might be his kid. Don't look nothing like Castor. Kid looked like a doofus, by the way. Stupid ass haircut. But I mean, if you put 5 minutes on the clock, I could go in on that haircut. That's stupid.
On, man.
Nigga's name was Adam. He really had the Adam haircut from fucking He-Man. I could go in for a while.
Oh, leave the kid alone, man. He ain't gotta come here, kid. Leave him alone.
That little kid.
Only kid we hear best with here is the little kid from Chucky. Which one? The second one. That fucked up ass haircut.
So bum ass haircut. So somehow he goes to Sasha's brother's house. All these women start pulling up on him. I'm your favorite peach. I'm your peach.
How was your favorite peach?
I thought I was your favorite.
Yes.
No, I'm his favorite. Let's go on the back and compete over it.
He must have been putting it on him.
That motherfucker got AIDS. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Sorry. Because like you fucking all these women like that, bro, you got something. You have something.
No doctor was brave enough to tell that nigga he had herpes.
Right? You got gonorrhea, but just take these pills. Why, doc? Just take them. Just take it, please.
Oh my God. So this nigga makes it back to the house, back to this other dude's house. I don't know.
We just call
Dietrich.
that.
That's the nigga's name, Dietrich.
How the fuck you just cut? All right, Dietrich. I'm just gonna let it rock. I'm not even gonna go into that name, but whatever.
Nigga's name is Dietrich Hassler. And Sasha's there. Sasha's like, well, here, you need to put on some clothes. He's like, nice clothes. She's like, I know, they're yours. Then his son comes in, then Adam comes in and he's like, cute kid. And she's like, I know, he's yours too. So he's like, Michael?
We ain't gonna talk about the kid that's gonna eventually be a little caster picking up the guns. Don't pick those up. I don't ever see you do that. Don't ever pick up.
So did Pastor Troy know that it was his son, or was this supposed to be the first time he told him?
Doing it on purpose.
And she probably she kept it away from him because she.
Oh, she didn't tell him.
Yeah, and I don't blame her.
I don't think that nigga wanted to know. I don't think she would have told him. Because at any given moment, that nigga could have suddenly decided he cared about his son and went back and killed her.
Yeah. Or either he would have sold that kid for an 8-ball and some money.
Oh,
I really do believe that.
Oh my God, that nigga would have sold that kid for a fucking.
He that's the way. That's the type of villain we dealing with.
He don't move to me like a crackhead.
Did you see some of the stuff he was doing in the film?
Yeah,
I've seen plenty of crackheads on West 25th act just like him.
I just know he's a pedophile.
He is not shy about it. He's open to. He clearly at the beginning of the movie tells you right there, I don't care a fuck. I'm just out here. Fuck Chris Hansen. That's basically him.
Yeah, you better pull the trigger because I don't give a fuck. So this nigga, I still don't know how he went back to the house. He took some drugs with the gang and passes out.
Did he take it or they kind of like force it on him? Didn't they like put it in his face?
I mean, you got to prove you're not FBI. Hit this shit. I can feel it.
That man was zooted.
That nigga said, I got a plan. We gonna kill Sean Archer. I'm gonna take his face off.
You gonna take his face off?
His face off.
And then, just in case y'all didn't know what the movie was called, face off. Don't give that man any more drugs.
Exactly. Also, they put a slash between face and off in the title, so then people wouldn't think it was a hockey movie. Also, Johnny Depp was interested in the lead role, but gave it up when he realized it wasn't a hockey movie.
See, I wasn't the only one. I thought it was a hockey movie. Y'all laughed at me.
Oh my God.
Brandon, it still amazes me the movies that you have. I want to give me a list of the movies that you haven't seen so I can see personally. Send me that. I'm so curious.
You'd be shocked.
I know.
So, Pollux calls up Caster Sean and is like, hey, I knew this nigga was going to come back to the old group. How? Why? Why would you think that he would somehow know the address of your old gang? This is not in the age of a cell phone. This isn't in the age of Google. This isn't in the age of anything past 411 information. How can I help you? Yeah, I need the number and address of Dietrich Hassler, please. Would you like step-by-step directions on how to get there? Nah, thanks. I got MapQuest. They didn't have MapQuest back then. All they had were maps. Who did this nigga as Castor Troy contact to find out how to get to Dietrich Hassler's house? He couldn't call the FBI.
See, you gotta remember, people back then knew streets.
Well, maybe he knew that little clubhouse from jump. Maybe.
When he left the hospital, right? He put on Sean Archer's clothes. Sean Archer's clothes had his wallet in there, had his address, and he went to his fucking house. There you go.
But technically, that's not his house.
That's not his house. That's
like
Dietrich's house.
That's Dietrich. That's gonna bother me. Oh, Dietrich.
That's Sasha's brother's house. Which one's gonna bother you more?
That is just yeah.
So he shouldn't have known where he lived at all. Even if he had investigated Dietrich before, which he had him in there when he was asking about the bombs and stuff. Even if he had done that, you know what he wouldn't have done? Looked at his address. So how would that have came up to where he knew to go to that house? And how would Pollux been like, yeah, I figured he'd come back and find the old gang. Why? This ain't your brother's mind. This is Sean Archer, who don't know shit about your gang, just popping up. Hey. Why are you staking this out?
How long was Pollux out there staking out?
That nigga was out there like fucking Orange Juice Jones, my nigga. Like, I saw you and him laying in the bed.
Oh, Jesus.
This nigga called Castor like, I knew he was going to go back to Dietrich's house.
I knew it, bro.
I knew it, bro. I knew this was going to happen. Pollux, where the fuck are you? I'm outside the old haunt.
Across the street.
I need my shoe tied. Like, what the fuck is going on? It looks like he's getting frisky with Sasha.
Yeah, he was. It was wild up in there.
So he tells.
Wait.
That's how Castor knew to pull up with the fucking FBI because
So
Pollock called in.
it's just coming to me there that they were just passing her around. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Yeah. All right.
No,
Yes.
Sasha wasn't getting passed around. That was her brother.
Yeah.
The only one she was
Jeff?
with was Castor.
Show some respect.
Listen,
But,
that means she was still getting passed around.
I don't think Pollock had ever had sex in his life.
Well, I'm talking about between Dietrich and Castor.
Wasn't passing his own sister around. Look, my nigga. We ain't
That's
gonna do
that's
that
just like, okay, if Castor's dealing, yeah, you know, I'm diving too much into that. Let me just leave it alone.
Look, we know one thing for certain, two things for certain. Castor's a pedophile. Other than that, we don't know shit about the rest of this group.
You know what?
And
you're right.
I can say this. I know white families because my daughter's mom is white. I've been to a white house for a white celebration. And at that white celebration, a white brother and a white sister kiss each other on the lips as a greeting.
What?
Yes, as a greeting. I did see that. I just flashed back to that. I have seen that happen before.
Yeah, they have a bohemian lifestyle.
I
and
just
white folks, man, they be hippies.
Listen, I have a white best friend, and I just never seen that.
Did you ever ask any questions?
No, because I was always over there, so I didn't see none of that. They didn't move like that.
You should call your white friend and be like, hey, tell me about some shit I wouldn't have thought would have ever happened that happened at your grandma's house, and I bet you hear some fucking stories.
Anything the opposite that I've always said to white people, I saw with him. We know what the biggest secret was? I never heard somebody white say, oh, my cousin. Until one day he said, oh, yeah, that's my cousin. You know what I mean? Just little small details, seasoning. Certain things I saw, and that might just because he was from the South.
Seasoning.
Was like me. You just certain shit you didn't see. So I just think this, maybe John Woo but yeah.
No, I've seen it with my own two beautiful brown eyes. I've seen this shit. White people be kissing their siblings on the lips.
Let's continue.
I've seen it with brother sister at this get together. I saw it with sister. Only thing I didn't see it was brother, which is fine with me. I mean, I don't care one way or the other, but that would have raised a lot of questions.
Listen,
but yeah, everybody else kissed on the lips.
What we're gonna say now is
and then at some point, my daughter's mom, who was my girlfriend at the time, took me into a room with her cousin so her cousin could show me the results of her breast job and lifted up the shirt. Built different.
Where are we at in the movie now?
So
where are we?
So
different type of confidence.
Now you can say no. Yeah, it is. We were in it deep. That's why we ended up having a kid together. But Castor Sean says bet and calls the FBI. I don't know, Sean. Now, him calling the FBI makes a little bit more sense than anything else that's happened in this movie because I figure Sean has like a Rolodex. Otherwise, how'd this nigga know the number to the FBI?
The FBI got a number?
I don't know.
You could just call the FBI?
Yeah, you can call the FBI.
Oh, okay.
When they have the most wanted people, how you think they get tips?
Yeah, I thought that was more like a not a direct line to the FBI, but like I want to say like a buffer.
Yeah, I would have thought there'd be a buffer or something, and I definitely wouldn't have thought that this nigga would have just had a direct line to reach the people who are actually working with him to go and get Castor Troy. But he does, and they pull up and start shooting. And so Sasha and Sasha and Dietrich and all the people who were over there get into a shootout with the police or with the FBI.
Everybody had guns. It was
Everybody.
insane.
The side chicks had guns. The random 1-900 henchmen had guns. Little Michael or little Adam had guns and was told to put those down. We don't play with those here. Here, put on this headset from 1997 and listen to Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which should block out all the sound of the bullets and gunplay that are happening around you.
Not. But okay, movie. I'll go there.
You don't know. Those might be industrial headphones.
Nigga, this is not before.
They were yellow.
Before noise canceling.
They did not have no noise cancellation in 1997. So let's stop.
And not know, you know what those were, Brandon? Let's be honest. Those were the Walkman headphones. The only thing he should have been able to hear on that shit was the fucking radio. Otherwise, then I would have to believe that they knew about Bluetooth in 1997.
Okay.
They turn on the radio for that.
Well,
nigga.
hold on. You can't bring up 1997 when they're doing organic 3D printing and full body changes. So they were clearly more technologically advanced than what we had.
We're in the future somewhere. And they're doing Simpsons level predictions in this movie.
That's also
because they called out the 3D printing. They called out Bluetooth. And noise canceling headphones. Somewhere out of my asshole, I pulled all this shit, said John Woo. Let's go. So they get into a shootout. Dietrich gets shot in the fucking neck.
Get the kid out of here.
Get the kid out of here. I don't know how long you're able to talk when you get shot in the neck.
And he wasn't long.
That dude was about it.
Fun times, didn't we, bro?
That dude was about it, man. He was ready. He was for the cause.
Well, they were fucking up his house.
I know, but he seemed like he was having a great time fighting them.
Fun.
Yeah, that nigga had a fucking shotgun. Everybody was going fucking Max Payne out there just diving over countertops and shit.
He was a true meaning of.
Someday I'll look upon a star, jump out from behind shit. Bow, 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 bow.
Dietrich was a true meaning of, listen, I ain't here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time.
Hey. All I'm gonna say is Dietrich handled one of them niggas the way that they should have handled fucking John Spartan in the beginning of Demolition Man. Because that nigga came down the fucking bungee cord rope and Dietrich shot him straight in the fucking chest with a goddamn shotgun.
Yo, I would tell you something. Sean Archer, when he saw them kiss, he was like me. Like, what the fuck? He was like, I guess. What the fuck is going on over there?
That would have immediately given it away because that nigga was like,
it was too many bullets, but he saw that shit. He was like, man, I don't even want to ask too many questions right now.
Oh, would the bishop approve of this relationship, baby? That's all I'm asking. So that nigga dies. Pollux is I don't know why Pollux was on the roof.
I'm just hanging out, bro. Just waiting for my meal.
But Sean sees him and shoves that nigga through a fucking skylight where Pollux falls to his death.
And his brother just happened to be right there.
Just happens to be right there to watch this nigga. You know what I don't see and you know what I didn't see in this movie at all? This is a rated R movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Not a lot of blood.
Just violence. Now you're right. Not a lot of blood.
That's the only person he cared about.
A skylight and landed head down, like skull down on the fucking hardwood floor.
Being a big John Woo fan, that was really jarring because he loves blood.
Yeah.
So I don't
there
know.
There was no blood when Michael and Sean got shot. There was no blood when that nigga got shoved through the fucking skylight. There was no fucking blood when Castor literally drew down on a nigga who was like no big loss. Why are you mad, Sean? We got fucking Pollux Troy. Why are you pulling a gun and pointing it at me? Shot him. No blood. Nigga shot him in the head.
Now that I
No
think
lie.
about it, we had this technology for at least 10 years before this.
Which technology? Bluetooth?
No, the changing faces technology. Remember?
Oh yeah, they got that from the chimp.
No, remember? That's how Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan. Because Dave Hebner and Earl Hebner went and got surgery to look like Dave Hebner.
Was it really surgery?
That's what they said in the storyline. That it was a guy who got surgery to look like Dave Hebner.
I thought it was just because they kind of look similar. I can't even really remember.
No, they twins in real life.
Yeah, I thought that's just what they did. They just make they just
No,
have to look.
they
like
said that he got surgery. The guy went and got surgery to look like it. The $1 million man paid for his plastic surgery.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, you talking about storyline wise?
Yeah,
okay,
storyline. Yeah, I'm saying. So we had that technology. Now I think about it.
So after Pollux dies and Castor Sean shoots the FBI agent in the head, they go back to the FBI office where the FBI's assistant director in charge, Victor Lazaro, gets on Castor for the carnage that happened at the safe house. Same shit that happens in every 90s movie where the chief has to get mad at you or something. What this nigga didn't think that Castor was going to do was that Castor was going to know the fucking 5-finger palm heart exploding trick from Kill Bill. Because that nigga chopped him in the throat and then chopped him in the chest, and that nigga had a heart attack and fucking died. I don't give a fuck how old I am. That weak ass chop ain't gonna get me. You better do a Ric Flair open hand slap on my chest for me to fall out.
He didn't have to do much to homie because homie already came in there fired up. So his blood pressure was already sky high.
It was sky high, but I mean the throat punch and the to the chest, just a hit to the chest, nigga. What the fuck you doing? When I get up, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I mean, listen,
but
people that's a stressful job, so it didn't take much for him.
Well, we gonna find out how stressful it is because for some reason after that, Castor got promoted to FBI assistant director. We don't see that happen. We don't. Man. I don't know. At this point, like you said, Brandon,
he saved the city.
You said, Brandon. Yeah. After this, like you said, Brandon, the timeline gets a little wonky. Because somehow after that nigga died, not only does he get promoted to assistant director, but they have time for the funeral. I don't know how long it takes for a white funeral to come together. I'll be honest about that.
You know, just thinking about it and hearing you say that about the timeline and stuff, if we could have had it our way and, things were a little more explained and the time, we know more about time and how much days are moving. This movie was already too fucking long. And this movie would have been about 3 hours, maybe 3+.
Yeah.
Because it's already too, this movie is long.
This is long. It was long.
I'm like,
it was a lot longer than I remember it being.
Was.
Right? Like, ugh.
Shave off 20 minutes, but then I'm thinking like, well, what did we shave off?
People walking through dove shit in the fucking funeral?
Listen, John would want to let you know it's his movie. You gotta put the slow-mo in the doves.
So, Sean Castor goes back to his house and confronts Eve and tries to convince her that he's really her husband.
Don't be afraid. It's me.
Remember when we first met? We had our first kiss? Huh? He wouldn't know that, but I know that.
Remember the first time we had sex and, I was a 2-minute man and you just told me it would be okay, baby?
You stroked my chest. Remember
How
that?
Would he know that?
He wouldn't know that. You didn't tell anybody, did you? So this nigga also tells her, hey, just so you know, check his blood type. His blood type is AB. Mine is O negative. How much do you know about this nigga really, Sean? Like, let's sit down and talk about
he know details.
Mm-hmm.
He really is Batman.
That's why he
So-
got promoted to assistant director.
At some point, yes. No interviews,
Nah, for
no
what?
nothing.
I'm a
Working for
man out here.
working federally. You know what I do know? They would have had interviews, even if they were going to promote him. You have to have not in 1997.
No, you did back then too.
So you had to go step by step. There's a process, especially for the fucking FBI.
Listen, I know that from at my job. When
Maybe he was acting. Maybe he was acting assistant director.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the guy died, so somebody got to take charge.
Did they say he died, or did they say he died? I can't remember. Or
He died because remember he had a funeral.
Because he had a funeral.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's where the doves were.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, one of them was in the bell, because that's the way doves cry.
Yes, in Prince's
Pull it
world.
together,
that's the
Marty.
way
I
doves
can't.
cry. We're not gonna do that. Don't disrespect the legend.
Oh, no disrespect at all to him. I love Prince more than almost. Man, I'm still mad I didn't catch one of his concerts, but it's still funny. So they have Lazaro's funeral. Eve is attending to Sean's gunshot wound. And while she's doing that, he says that he thinks Castor can't be touched now because he's the acting director. How the fuck did he know?
I mean, them streets talking.
Ain't nobody in his circle talking about it.
97
I
was
don't give
different.
a fuck. Look. If you run with a bunch of hockey fans, you know what I would never know? Hockey, because I don't run with hockey fans. There's a bunch of different streets in this area, and Los Angeles got a lot of different streets. How you know he became acting director? How you know Lazaro died? How you know any of that shit?
He plugged in.
You underestimating them streets.
Not like that. I'm not, especially since his whole
Also, it might have been in the fucking news.
Yep, newspaper, anything.
It might have. It may have, but they never flesh it out. And his whole group is dead now. Where's he staying?
You know, bus stops, bowling alleys, anywhere you can find.
So Sean arrives at Lazaro's funeral during the mass. Oh, shit. Let me go back because this is important. Castor is at Sean and Eve's house one day, you know, just sitting there talking shit about Sean, when Janie is his daughter's name Janie?
Jamie.
Like it's right.
Jamie. They made a point about that because he called him by the wrong name when he
Right, Jamie. So Jamie pulls up with her boyfriend who's trying to really push up a little bit too hard on her, especially considering the fact that it looks like he's like 20 and she's like 16, but is also dumb enough to try and push up too hard on her in front of her fucking house.
Yeah, and knowing who her father is, you got balls, young man. Yes, you do.
Pulling up on an FBI agent that's going way too hard in front of it and pushing
Well,
up
he
on
probably
her
thinks she's a rebel. You know, she got the piercings
but
and
not in front of the house. She ain't.
He was treating her like he was acting just like Homeboy was acting in fucking the end of Showgirls. You know the scene, you know what I'm talking about. That's how he was acting.
Preacher's daughter was the biggest rebel I knew, but you know where she wasn't a rebel at? Church.
sometimes they be a rebel at church too.
And wasn't it? I found it very interesting that Castor was the one to showcase what the daughter was going through, basically saying, "Oh, you're not really this person. You just going through it because of your brother died." That was an interesting choice to break that down for him to be the one to break that down, and also still be kind of horny for her. Just a lot of choices were made. Whatever.
So he brings her into the room, throws her on the bed, or brings her into the room and says, "Hey, Next time he pushes up on you, I want you to take this here butterfly knife that I'm about to give you and stab it into his leg and twist it so the wound doesn't close. Foreshadowing.
That is something your FBI dad would say.
No, it isn't.
I feel like it is.
That's something that a fucking sociopath who will stab a motherfucker for looking at him wrong would say. Her dad wouldn't have said that. Her dad would have been like, why don't you tell me you were going out with that guy?
Yeah. Sean Archer, original Sean Archer, no. He's very reserved.
One of Sean Archer's right hands, literally, when Castor was playing and Sean was like, hey, when the surgery get done to get the stick pulled out your ass? Nobody liked that nigga. 0 people out of 100.
Yeah, you're probably right. They didn't like him. Well, at first it was sympathy, but then it became like, oh, I'm tired of working with him. He's just an asshole.
Right? I'm putting in for a transfer. Fuck this nigga. But so the first time he talks with Jamie, he comes into her room while she's in her underwear and grabbed a cigarette from her and starts smoking. That's what I was saying. Like she didn't smell the smoke nowhere in that house. Second time he teaches her about the butterfly knife. Third time they're at the ceremony or at the funeral. Sean is off praying in another room, or he's in the back, and he has a picture of Michael. He has an altar boy bring the picture of Michael to Castor. Castor, sitting right next to Michael's mom, looks at the picture of Michael and balls the shit up, with Michael's mom sitting right there next to him. That's a gutsy choice. Let's see how that plays out.
Telling on yourself.
Well, at this point, he wanted his face back. So he didn't give a fuck what he was doing.
All I want is my face,
I
dog.
want my face back. I want me back. I want to be me.
I want to be me. This ain't big. So these niggas end up getting into basically a standoff, because that's another John Woo staple. Get into a standoff with what the fuck is it? Eve. With Eve in the middle of a standoff of like 5 people, because Castor's pointing a gun at Sean, Sasha's pointing a gun at Castor, Castor's henchmen are pointing a gun at Sasha. The other henchman's pointing a gun at Sean. Sean's pointing a gun at Castor. So yeah, 5, and all bullets will go straight through Eve from across. Shootout starts. Sasha gets killed. Tells Sean Castor to take care of our son. To his credit, Sean had said earlier, before he went to the funeral, he tells Sasha, hey, no matter what, you ain't got to worry about Sean being on your back no more. Not quite foreshadowing, more saying, now that I know you're a good mom, I won't threaten to take your son away anymore, because I'm not a complete piece of shit.
Yeah. You've made some mistakes, but you're not a bad person.
You give me a chance to see how the other side lives, and you're just a mom trying to make it in a strange world.
That's right.
And again,
he learned.
You're white.
And again, you kissed your brother on the lips. You've had a hard life somewhere.
Before you go ahead and go to the upper room, I'm just gonna let you know that's some weirdo shit. But you know what? Go peacefully into the night. Don't think I see that weirdo shit that was going on.
Oh shit. So then Sean and Castor again go one-on-one, have a shootout. Shootout doesn't work well. Castor and Sean are pointing guns at each other when Jamie shows up. Both of them try and convince Jamie that they're her real father, but one of them looks like her father and sounds like her father. So,
of course. I mean, I wouldn't even. She's a kid, so I know. Like, of course.
Yeah. So she shoots the other one.
Yeah.
Then the one that she doesn't shoot takes her fucking hostage, giving her a chance to do the knife trick that he told her and escape.
Mm-hmm.
During the time the caster strangled Sean, he dislodged the microchip in Sean's larynx that gave him Caster's voice, which gave Sean his regular voice back. Caster then takes off on a speedboat. Sean's right behind him in his own speedboat. One speedboat is red, the other one's white. Angels and devils. We all see the allegory there. A lengthy ass boat chase that didn't need to be nearly as long as it was happens. Sean and Caster both get thrown ashore because their boats collide and their boats fucking explode. The two fight one more time hand to hand before Sean grabs a spear gun and stabs Caster in the leg, making him unable to fight. So Caster's like, fuck it. All bets are off, and takes a knife and starts clawing and starts cutting Sean's face up on his face. Like, if I can't live, you can't have this back.
You ain't getting it back.
And scars his face all up. But then Sean shoots Caster in the chest with the spear gun. Eve, during this time, calls the FBI and convinces them that Sean has Caster's face on him and the surgery and everything that happened. Again, all the shit that could have happened if he had just told her from the beginning what fucking happened.
You guys know who I am? Oh, shucks.
Also, every other time that she called in, she got placed on hold like a motherfucker. Also, everybody who should have been at the office was at Lazzaro's fucking funeral. I'm just saying. So I don't think they went back to work.
Oh, no, not today. Not that day.
I'm thinking they went home. Who the fuck answered?
I mean, maybe the night people might have went to work, but
cool. Night person was there. How did they all get sent back out? Night person is there. They don't know who Eve is. Like, let's just look at all the ways this shit shouldn't have worked out the way it worked out.
See, and that's why I say you can't turn your brain on. You cannot turn it on because you're gonna have more questions than answers.
You got to keep telling me because I'll be forgetting.
This is the perfect movie for hindsight, but also the wrong movie for hindsight. Because we look at the time. We don't usually take this long with a movie at all.
So let's just end it here. The nigga goes Sean somehow gets his face back unscarred.
Again, the doctor originally, only doctor in the world who can do this,
is dead. The only facility that could do this sort of a surgery has been burnt down.
So who did this? How did this? Okay, I go. Yeah, whatever.
Turned out anybody could do it.
Pretty much. That's what it seemed like. But yeah, we just got someone who just graduated. Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah, it was his day off. He was the night doctor.
He watched him as he did it. He started off as a janitor.
I mean, that's the one thing that I can probably say that is like turn your brain off sort of shit. There's no way Dr. Walsh did all the fucking surgeries in that place. Because when the dude was getting his ear reinstalled, there were two doctors working with him while Walsh was walking through the building. But the lasers and shit that they used to put the faces on, those were in the fire.
Gone.
I don't give a fuck how close you hold one of them pointers that you're not allowed to point at a fucking helicopter to somebody's face. That's not going to fuse their face back on. and he was like, "Hey, so before I went down, I had this scar on my chest." Yes, Sean. Yes, Mr. Archer. When we did a surgery, we'll put it back on. No, I don't need it anymore. The reason why he doesn't need it anymore is because he's bringing Adam home, ladies and gentlemen. Has nothing to do with Michael. Has to do with the replacement.
I'm going to tell you guys something. And I've said this to numerous people, and people always get mad at me when I say it. Adam is going to be another caster, and you brought him into your house.
I can't wait.
No.
I can't
wait. No, see? Nope.
So
evil.
Here you go.
Evil is not hereditary. It is nurture.
No, it's not hereditary. You're absolutely right.
It is nurture.
But that little kid grew up in fucking Dietrich's house with all those fucking gangsters and drug dealers walking around him.
Thank you.
He's like 5. He got plenty of time to learn from that shit.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just hope Sean get his shit together.
That's right. And he got a mama that cares and a sister that'll look out for him now. That's fixed.
Yeah, they were happy. They just all was like, yeah, cool. Yeah, we need.
They're all like, cool, little kid, little white baby, come on in.
That's right.
Brandon, I knew you was gonna be the one, Brandon. I knew you was gonna be the one.
Yeah, because I don't write off children. Y'all write off children. I give children a chance.
That's our problem, child.
You probably write off Junior once, and now I write off children. Like
you wrote off Kelvin. You wrote off Kevin McAllister too.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. That man got some tough luck. He just got left at home by himself. That's fucked up.
Kevin McAllister was a piece of shit.
See, see, Jeff.
I
blame the mother on that. What?
I wouldn't. Here's why I didn't
twice at home.
They left him at home twice.
The second time, definitely, I'm gonna blame somebody. That first time, though, nah.
He was upset. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on, man.
That motherfucker, the only person who didn't have the right to flash on him the way that they flashed on him was his fucking uncle. Everybody else, that nigga was literally the worst to that whole fucking family.
I mean, I'd be upset too. You
eat all ate my cheese pizza.
Yeah, the fuck around with y'all. Y'all know I like the only pizza I eat. Fuck around with y'all.
Yeah, I don't eat meat, so they get cheese pizza just for me, and y'all eat that shit.
I'm
gonna be tight. Fucked up. Nigga. Grow the fuck up, little nigga.
Oh man. Oh man, you ain't right.
You see what I'm saying, Jeff? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Ain't right.
No, man see, Brandon, here's the thing. You're watching it as a fucking fan. I'm watching it as a fucking parent.
You should be more sensitive then.
Nah, not now. Not when you just talk to my wife like that, and then you come down here and you're like, pizza, grow the fuck up, little nigga.
Come on.
Just take the fucking sausage off this pizza and shut the fuck up.
He can't eat meat.
Juice on there.
Sausage juice.
Yeah, I don't want that residue.
You don't eat meat.
So
that was just cruel.
Turned down the roller. Yeah, we're not going back there. Fuck that nigga. So Nick Cage turned down the role of Castor Troy because he didn't want to play a villain. But when he turned out he was playing a hero for most of the movie, he was cool with it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
yeah. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, what do we do? Oh, no, I got a question.
About 25 pounds each.
What rivalry was better? This one or Heat? Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Ooh.
Who had a better cop criminal rivalry?
Heat.
Heat probably was better, but they both in two different lanes. Like Heat was like grounded. This was more kind of slapsticky in certain ways. So
and Heat was mutual respect.
Yeah, they actually, yeah. Because that diner scene is just goated. So.
Yeah, that's mutual respect. This shit was you killed my fucking son.
It was an accident.
I was just playing. Weren't you having fun? Two different lanes.
Okay, so this is a Demolition Man. For the rivalry.
Now we cooking. We in the same thing. I'm going to go Demolition Man.
I'm not. That shit still makes me mad. Not the whole thing like about the community or anything. Just the way that Simon Phoenix was unable to kill John Spartan when he was so much like they literally nerfed that nigga around John Spartan just so then Rocky could have a chance. That was not a rivalry. At least these two were like evenly matched.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't like somebody knew fucking every single kung fu like this is the fucking Matrix and how to shoot, and the other one only knew how to knit. That nigga's doing a cross stitch while this nigga's doing a cross chop. Like, yeah, no. So I mean, as far as the movies I like more, it's a tie. It's a tie. They're both movies that when I watch them in hindsight, I'm like, yo, why the fuck did this happen? But that's another reason why I like these movies. But Brandon,
it definitely
and Jeff, I'm gonna look at you both and say this to you. We got to watch that Michael Jackson movie.
Oh, bro, I'm going to see that. I don't give a fuck.
We got to watch that Michael Jackson movie, and we got to discuss it on here. And here's the reason why.
Why? Because Jermaine and Janet going at
Janet Jackson went to that movie and walked out furious, my nigga.
See, all right, with that whole thing that's going on with it, I'm like, I'm not sure I need to believe some of y'all. I'm not saying you know what I mean? You just never know. But if there is a riff about the movie, I'm hearing that Janet is very opinionated about. I've heard they say number one, the makeup. Certain scenes just don't look right, or she's saying she does certain. I think to the point of how he walks. Mm-hmm. I mean, she would know her brother, but then I heard another side saying, "Well, she just upset because she wasn't in the movie." So you just never know.
Look, no. Whenever that conversation is had, I think about the money. Who has the money in the family and who doesn't? Janet ain't hurting by not being in this movie at all. But Jermaine needs money. And Jermaine has always been the biggest Michael Jackson hater I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Jermaine is the only Jackson I know to write a fucking diss track about Michael Jackson.
Listen, that's their family business, and I'm gonna leave it there. But I know what you're saying. I definitely know what you're saying.
I'm expecting this shit to be like when Queen did Bohemian Rhapsody and lied on Freddie Mercury like a motherfucker.
You know, it's hard when that person is not here to defend themselves. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's hard for that. That's sometimes why I hate these type of films, because while you'll get certain things correct, then it's like, oh, we gotta Hollywood it up, or we gotta put some type of story in here that's gonna get, you know what I mean? And we don't know if it's true or not. But here we are.
This nigga Jermaine Jackson wrote a diss track called "Word to the Bad," and the opening verse is reconstructed, been abducted, don't know who you are, think they love you, they don't know you, lonely superstar. Never think about who you love, only think about number one. You forget about where you started from. You only care about what you want, don't care about how it's done. You only think about you and your throne, be it right or wrong. Once you were made, you changed your shade. Was your color wrong?
Jermaine telling the truth.
Could not turn back. It's a known fact. You're too far
really
gone.
Telling the truth?
He telling the truth.
Or is that hurt feelings? See, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that man did change his color.
Vitiligo.
He did change his color. That happened. He did buy a big ass plot of land to live by himself, away from everybody, lonely.
Look, I'm not diving into none of this.
I'm just saying.
So again,
as I get older, I hate it when stuff get in the public. because the public gonna choose sides, right? And it's gonna be one person's side. Then the person who ain't here who can defend themselves is not here, and then it's gonna be the truth. So it's just kind of like
no, that's not what's going to happen. The public's going to choose Michael Jackson's side because he's Michael Jackson.
I mean, you talking about the same public that tried to tear him down? Okay.
Jermaine don't care.
I just think a lot of that is too is like, oh, we didn't get what you got, and when you left, everything was different for us. Yeah, you may have, maybe took care of us, maybe, whatever, but it's still, we were still talented. We still, felt like we could do, in the spot, we should have been still in the spotlight too. And that could be a lot of jealousy. I'm not saying it was, but it could be jealousy.
Yeah, let's not forget that Jermaine Jackson also fucked and married his
yeah, like you married Barry Gordy's daughter, like
no, and then had kids with her.
Like, so you made sure you Triple H your position in that family, right? So it's kind of like I could shoot shots at you if I really want to.
So Randy Jackson was married to Alejandra until her and Jermaine got married in a secret ceremony because she thought that Randy didn't appreciate her. And that was after they had kids together. So then Jermaine had kids with her too.
The most fucked up thing I think Michael
ever now did, the brothers are cousins, but they're also brothers. Can't wait to watch this movie.
This is the fucked up thing Michael ever did. Now I will tell anybody this is he had no business coming on that Jackson 5 song, Can You Feel It? And do that to Randy. That was just fucking uncalled for. Because Randy was giving it all he had in that song. And then Michael came in and made sure, like, yeah, this is my song now. Damn shame.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta let niggas know who you are.
I think that's what it was too. Because I think that was the last Jackson 5 album, if I'm not mistaken.
Kendrick said it best. Sometimes you gotta pop up and show niggas, even if they already know.
He definitely did. Because I was like, damn, Mike, that was uncalled for.
Nigga, look, that song's a classic because of who? Michael. It's not a classic because of Randy.
But I think that was Randy's song.
I don't give a fuck whose song it was. It's Michael's song. That's Michael's song. Michael did that to everybody who wanted him to be on the track. That's why for the first 7 or 8 years that I heard it, I thought Somebody's Watching Me was a Michael Jackson song. Sorry, Rockwell. I don't know none of your verse, but I know that fucking.
You know what? I did too. I used to always think I was a Michael Jackson song.
You put me on the track with you, I'm gonna eat it up because I'm Michael fucking Jackson. You knew what I was gonna do. You know who I am. But Jermaine writing a whole ass diss track against that nigga, against his own brother, is unfucking precedented. I can't wait to see this movie. So Brandon, we have to watch it. We could do it on Why So Serious. We could do it on here. I don't really care.
Y'all going the first night? I think I'm going the first night.
When does this film come out?
I don't know yet.
I think the 24th of April. I think. I know sometime in April.
All right, what are we doing next, Jeff?
Oh, I've been stressing over this because I had to go back and look at that list. I'm like, damn, I don't know what to pick. I came to 2 movies and I finally came to 1. Originally, the 2 movies were The Crow, and I forgot what the other one was. But then I looked down the list and I said, "Oh man, I ain't know this was on. I ain't know this movie was on the list. We're gonna do School Ties."
You know what? That's a really good choice. Brendan Fraser was really good in that movie.
Mm-hmm. It's so many young actors in that film that were supposed to be the next big thing. And Brendan Fraser did become a big thing, but his was just like short-lived. But I'm glad he getting his shine back again. But you used to got Matt Damon in there who was cooking. Ben Affleck was in the movie, but he ain't had shit to do in the movie. He was just kind of like there. But you see a lot of those white actors that were like supposed to be They were always like on Teen Pop and all
The
the
next
magazines, and they would be the next big thing. But yeah, it's just I want to go back and look at that film because I actually enjoy that film.
I like it. I don't think I'll have too many complaints about it. I probably won't because it's a white film and I don't tend to look too deep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna burn the shit out this shit.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, wait a minute, what?
I'm gonna burn the shit out this shit. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Okay, so then not next week because next week I will be out of town.
Okay.
So we'll do the week after School Ties. All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to pound that subscribe button and hit the follow, like button, and leave a review on Spotify. Tell your friends about us, things of that nature. That's Brandon. That's Jeff. I'm Derek. Thank y'all so much for checking us out. We appreciate it.